The Arctic air is finally beginning a retreat. 240 million of us looking for the thaw. But we're learning tonight about some new hazards ahead as the temperatures rise. A lot of pipes are bursting, watery roads, and the blizzard proving this storm is not going quietly. So who had the toughest day today? ABC's Lindsay Janis starts us there.
The polar vortex may be retreating, but not before one final howling blow. Blizzard conditions in western New York shutting major highways.
It's been horrible. I've seen plows, like county plows in the ditches. The roads are just terrible.
In Hamburg, just south of Buffalo, they're digging out drifts up to 5 feet.
It's supposed to be 50 degrees by the weekend. What does that mean?
Well, that means now we've got to watch out for flooding. Once the snow starts to melt, especially with a frozen ground, the water just starts running.
That wind and cold turning the Niagara River into more of a glacier. Icebreakers called in to help.
Looks like something out of National Geographic.
For millions, the big thaw is causing big problems. A broken pipe in Davenport, Iowa turned to ice in seconds.
My tires are like literally frozen to the ground.
When pipes thaw, they can burst, and when the water melts, that's when it starts leaking. This massive water main break near Atlanta this morning turned telephone poles into ice sculptures.
It was kind of, the recreation of the movie Frozen.
So many frozen fountains in the south, even a pool. But as the snow and ice slowly disappear, an assessment of the damage. There have been at least 21 deaths, plus a huge economic impact. Childcare costs, plus lost wages for employees who had to stay home. And home heating prices are expected to rise 13% over last year.
Crews here in Hamburg have been digging out the town all day, then bringing giant truckloads of this dirty snow down to Lake Erie to be dumped. They're hoping that by putting it here, they'll avoid flooding as the big warm-up comes. Diane?
Still braving the cold for us. Thank you, Lindsay Janis. So how fast is the Arctic air retreating? ABC's meteorologist Ginger Zee right here with the forecast. Ginger.
Even faster than it came in, which is great news for a lot of people because we've all been suffering. A lot of folks, we looked at that length yesterday. It was 2,100 miles, if I get it right. And now it's less than half of that, closer to 1,000. So it is going quickly, and the numbers go with it. Let me show you this, Diane, because so many folks want to know, when do I start to just be tolerable? Well, by Thursday, you're looking at 30s there in that aqua color, 40s then 50s. It pushes to the north, and Friday into Saturday, we even go above average for so many folks mid-Atlantic and Northeast.
Boy, that looks great. But so who gets the prize for the longest time in the cold?
Yeah, the longest time, the biggest population, we're going to give it to Green Bay because right after that game that so many of us were watching, they did not have the coldest NFL game, but they got close. And then right after that point, they went sub-zero and stayed there for 62 hours.
62 hours. Okay, Ginger, our thanks to you, and our hats go off to their true grit tonight as we cover the nation's weather.